Hello guys, welcome to another exciting day. Welcome to my channel YJ Digital World. I remain your regular host Agu Joseph. Welcome. So on today's tutorial video, I'll be putting you through on how to create an event flyer for a party. So in making this design, I'll be making use of Photoshop 2020. Please, if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you enjoy my content, don't forget to turn on the post notification bell to get notification whenever I upload new content. And you can also check me out on my socials at YJ Digital World. Please guys, don't forget to give this video a like. Please don't forget to give this video a like. So let's get into it. So first of all, for we to carry out this project, normally you have to create a workspace on which the project will be carried out on. So I'll create a Canva workspace by clicking on create new here. So here we'll be using the inches unit of measurement of 4x4. Okay, then the title of this project will be called Last Night. Okay, and we'll leave other settings the way they are. Click on create. So here we have our Canva workspace on which the project will be carried out on. So the next step we'll be taking up on this project is to bring in our resource that we're using on this project. So let me drag in the model image. Okay, here is the image. So all you have to do is to right click and flip it horizontally and position it where I want it to be. Let me scale it up a little and position it somewhere around here. Somewhere around here is good enough. Okay, after that I will check. Okay, so now I have to create a background that will work with my model image. So I have already created a ingredients that I'll be using. So I'll click on this my background layer here, come all the way to my adjustment panel, all the way to gradient fill. Click on the gradient fill panel here. On the gradient editor, I've already set it up. Okay, and this is the hex code for the shadow. Okay, and these are the hex code for the highlights. You can see them here. Okay, so after that, click on OK. I'll click on OK. So after doing this, all I have to do next is to click on the model image here, add a layer mask, pick my brush. Okay, after picking my brush, I've already set my flow and opacity and make sure that both of them are on 100%. Okay, now this is a white mask. For me to brush on the white mask, my foreground color needs to be on black. Okay, so my foreground color is already on black, so all I have to do is to just take out some parts of this. Okay, you can see the way I take them out. So after doing this, all I have to do is to make a duplicate of the model image by pressing Ctrl J. That is the keyboard shortcut for duplicating, Ctrl J. So after doing that, come to my filter here. I'm trying to create depth on my model image. I'll come all the way to high pass. I'll use this unit of measurements. I think this is okay. I'll click on OK. Change the blending mode to soft light. Okay, this is before and this is after. Okay, so after doing that, I'll minimize this panel. I'll select the two groups where I have my model, and then I'll group them together and call this model. Okay, so after calling this model, I'll expand the group, come to where I have the model image and change the blending mode to luminosity. You can see now, after changing to luminosity, and reduce the luminosity to about, I think 72 is okay. Okay, this is good for this project. So the next phase of the project is where I'll be placing in my text. Okay, I have to place in my text. So for me to place in my text properly, I normally have to turn on my guides on. Okay, and here are the parameters I normally use in setting up my guides. So I'll click on OK, come to my notepad where I have my text, start dragging in my text. Okay, pick my text to left click, I'll paste it in. So after dragging in the whole text I'll be using for this project, now I have to select the whole set of text and I want to give them the same color. I'm using the white color for this project. Okay, so after doing that, I'll come to this first set of text, I'll highlight it, come to my character panel here. In case if you don't have your character panel here, you can come all the way to window here and activate the character panel. Okay, so I'll be using the font Montserrat. Okay, for this, then I'll have to reduce this to about 5. Likewise, change the font family to medium precisely. I think this is okay. Then I'll increase the tracking to about 1460. Okay, and this will be returned to 5. I think this is okay. I'll check. Then this next set of text, which is the present text, change this to 4. Okay, then change the font family to light. Okay, then increase the tracking to 1000 to 1200. Okay, so after doing that, come to where I have the theme of the event, which is called the Ballers Night. I'll be using another font called Compact. Okay, I'm using this font called Compact for this. I'll increase the font to about 51 point. Okay, after doing that, I will return my tracking to 0. Okay, let me adjust the position of this along my guide. Okay, so after making this adjustment, I'll come over here where I have the night, change it to compact as well. Okay, after increasing it to compact, I'll increase this to, let me see, 9.45. Okay, and this tracking should return to 0. Check, pick the move tool and adjust the position this way. Let me transform and adjust this a little bit. Okay, so after making this adjustment, so let me start positioning this text. Okay, horizontally. Okay, I'll align this as well. Just pick the text and place it vertically this way. I think this is good enough. Okay, so I'll turn on this other set of text. Okay, I think this is good enough. So after that, take this down, music policy, take this down, and this as well. So I'll place this directly beneath this. Okay, so after placing this directly beneath this, I'll be changing the font for this particular text to Montserrat, but the tiny family, that's what I'll be using. Okay, so after changing it to the tiny family, I'll turn it to this, that is to italics. Okay, so after changing it to italics, all I have to do is to position it this way. I think this is okay. So after this, all I have to do is to come over here, okay, and make adjustments to this particular set of text. Come here, select this text and change it to bold, to the bold family of the Montserrat. Okay, so after doing that, I'll leave the tracking at 100 and the font size should be at 6. Okay, so let me make adjustments to the position. So after doing that, I'll come over here and return this to regular. Okay, regular, and this should be on 6 as well. And I'll reduce the tracking to about 6 point something. I think this is okay as well. This okay. So all I have to do is just adjust the positions. Okay, so after doing that, come over here, select these two set of text and hit Ctrl J. After hitting Ctrl J, I'll just hit Ctrl T and drag it this way. I think this is okay. Come over here to my notepad, copy this set of text, come here, pick my text too and paste in this here. Check, come back to my notepad, copy this set of text, come here, left click and paste it in here. Okay, so after doing that, I'll come here where I have this. Okay, and make a duplicate, Ctrl J to make a duplicate of it. I think that's good. So after doing that, come here, come over here. I will have to make adjustments to the size of this to about 5.6. Okay, I'll also reduce the leadings to about 8.1. Okay, so after doing that, I'll leave other things the way they are, come back to my date here and also make adjustment to my date. My date should be about 11.6. Okay, so I'll be using, for my date I'll be using the semi bold. Okay, but I'll turn on the italics. Okay, you can see it. Then pick my text and align the text to the middle. And also one of the things I'll be adjusting here is the leadings. So let me adjust the leadings to this. I think this is okay. So after doing that, we'll move to the next phase of this. Okay, so I'll come here, make a duplicate of this and change this to 10 p.m. Okay, this other set of 10 p.m. I'll delete it. Come here, place this here, this way rather. Okay, so first thing first, I'll come over here and make a rectangle of this size. I think this is big enough. Okay, pick my move tool and place it side by side this way. Okay, so I'll make a duplicate and place this other one this way. Okay, so for this I'll be changing this to white. While for this I'll be changing it to a similar shade of this part of my background. So all I have to do is to select them and drag them beneath and enable this. Okay, then the 10 o'clock I'll change it to this so that it will be more visible. Okay, so make sure that everything are aligned to the middle of the shape. Likewise, same here. Make sure that every other things are aligned properly. Okay, I think that's good. This is good, this is good, this is good. So let me come to where I have this other set of text. Select this text and adjust their position. Adjust the position this way. Okay, I think this is good enough. So last thing, also one of the other thing I'll be doing is working on this last set of text here. Come over here, change the font to regular. Okay, after changing the font to regular, the font size will be about 4.9. Okay, after changing it to about 4.9, I'll pick my text tool, come over here where I have the phone number. I'll change the family to semi bold. Okay, I think that's all for that. Then Ctrl E, pick my move to align this horizontally to the center. Ctrl D, adjust the position. Okay, and that's for this. So the next phase, we'll pick this set of text, double click, come to my shadows here. Okay, these are the parameters I'm using for my shadows: opacity 15, distance, and the rest. Click on OK. Start doing that. I hold Alt to replicate this on this as well. Okay, so on the last phase of this project, I want to do a little bit of color grading, but basically I'm not using the camera raw for this. So all I have to do is to go to adjustment panel here, all the way to color lookups, and I'll just change the color lookups to this, and this is what we have. Making a little adjustment to this, come over here and change the type to, I think this is good enough. So ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of today's tutorial. Please, if you enjoy this tutorial, don't forget to give this video a like. If you're new to this channel, please do well to subscribe, turn on the post notification bell to get notification whenever I upload new content. Please subscribe, subscribe. So you can also follow me up on my socials at YJ Digital World. If you are able to achieve any projects with any of my tutorial, please don't forget to tag me on my socials or on Instagram at YJ Digital World. I really appreciate that. Okay, so thank you guys for watching.